mom got a call from my auntie where she stated that my brother was down at her house acting a little weird and crazy. And he was saying things that she's never heard him say before. And he is basically saying that he don't want to be alive anymore and he's done with life and she needed to come down there. So me and my mom went down to my aunt's house, and when we got down there, we was trying to figure out what was going on with my brother, but they had already called the police and the ambulance for him, which they was trying to get the ambulance to take him into like the mental hospital to see what's going on. And my brother is just wilding out. He's just saying all type of things, and then I'm thinking,
Sound like the boy that been possessed. Was he possessed? Sound like one of them crazy movies like The Conjuring. Y'all know The Conjuring. Sound like The Conjuring, one of them spirits that got into him or something like that. It's probably the boy acting like that. You mean to tell me out the blue he just up and just wanted to kill his mama? Y'all can't tell me that ain't no spirit or something. Got to be some sort of spirit or something, man.
that his intentions was to get the police
I
to
watch too much scary movies. I watch too much of them scary movies because I know, yeah, it's something in that boy. Got to be something in him.
shoot him because he kept reaching and he kept being very aggressive with the police officers, and the police officers were saying um, they didn't want to hurt him. They here to help him, and they was trying to do their best to, not take and be so aggressive with him because they know that something was wrong with him mentally. So they end up taking him into the hospital. And then what they did was end up releasing him the next day because they just said that they felt like he was high and he just was coming off of a drug. So they released him. And then we had another incident, like I think it was like a few weeks later. My mom called me and was like, "Get over here ASAP." She was like, "I don't know what's going on with your brother. He has his baby mama in the car and he's driving crazy." So I get
You know, when
over
she
there.
said drugs, he might have been laced with something. Maybe the boy been laced. He might have been laced with something, man. That's why I stay away from them drugs, dog. Them drugs, man, that'll have you going crazy, bro. Have you going crazy, man. All type of demonic demon spirits. There's something that got in him to want to do that. I do believe that.
And when I get over there, my mom lives on the she lived on the main street, and it was so many people outside. It was police there everywhere, and my family was there. We trying to see what's going on, and I get there. He had his baby mama in the car, and he was driving crazy with her in the car, talking about he's gonna kill everyone in the car, and all these things. And then some way my
Yeah,
brother
he
got in
on
the
drugs.
car because they found out he had a knife. So
Huh?
my other brother ended up getting in the car. I don't know how he hopped in the car because I wasn't there. I had just got there. When I got there, they said he was in the car, and it was scared because they thought he was going to stab my other brother in the car. So my other brother was trying to fight to get the knife from him, and some way they followed out, and he ended up getting a knife. And my brother the car ended up running into my mama's yard and stopped, and the police officers ended up snatching him out the car, and it's blood everywhere. And both of my brothers ended up getting stabbed. So he didn't mean to stab my other brother, but they was fighting for the knife. So when they was fighting for the knife, it sliced my brother. They got in the car trying to take the knife from him. So the police end up getting him, taking him in, and trying to get him help. They end up putting him into the hospital port where the mental people was at. And when we went in that car, because his baby mama was so scared because his daughter was in the car as well. So she was so scared she didn't know what to do. And we get in the car to help her like clean it out. It's puddles of blood. So he done stabbed himself up and hurt himself. and there's puddles of blood in the car. So we had to like take the mat, and when we took the mat, the blood was so much blood, it was like leaking out like water. You know how you leave your windows down and water gets in your car? That's how much it was. So then we're thinking that they're gonna keep him, but we get a phone call the next day for us to come pick him up. He needed a ride, so we go and pick him up, and we like, what the hell? How did he even get out the next day? So like they say, he's on a drug and he's coming off of his drug. So we like, okay, all right, it's second incident,
Man, I
but okay.
knew it had to be something, man. He got to hold to some bad drugs, dog. Like, I don't know if somebody laced him or something, some type of bad drug, but it's just like off them movies, man, off them scary movies. Y'all know off them scary movies, man, where the motherfucker keep letting this nigga go. Man, this nigga got a problem, homie. They got a problem. Y'all need to keep him, see what's wrong with him. But everybody just, half-ass it. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with him. He's boy just off a little drug. They let him back out in the real world. It ain't something, it ain't nothing till something happens. When something happens, then it's a, no, I've been telling you this motherfucker needs some help. It only when something happens. Every time.
So then it's just current back to back. So then it's another incident. My mama calls me. She stayed calling me because she was going through hell with him because he had lived with her. Him and his baby mama was living with her in her basement, and they was staying in her basement for a long time. They was in her basement for like 4 years in her basement, and
Like a sound went out.
he went crazy out of nowhere. So it's like it just went completely out of nowhere. So this next incident, my mom calls me and was like, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on with your brother. He's looking out the windows, thinking someone's after him. He keeps saying they coming, they coming. He keeps looking out the window, saying they're coming to hurt him. And she said he hasn't took a bath in days. He stinks. He's walking around with no underwear on, no
What?
socks, just shorts on, and he's walking around outside. And I'm thinking that he's trying to hurt himself. Can you come over here? And I was in the mix of, my mama was in the mix of going to a wedding. I was going to a baby shower, and my brother was going on a date with his daughter. So we all was dressed up, like we all was. So which was weird. We all three going somewhere and you doing all this. So we get over there. We're trying to see what's going on. Like, bro, what's going on? What's wrong? Like, what can we do to help you? And keeps looking sideways, because my mama, where she lives at, it's like a main highway street. And it's like a main street where it's just traffic all through there. So he's looking like he wants to hop in the street. And we like, get away from the street. Come on over here. Because we're getting scared, because we like, wait a minute, why you keep going towards the street? Why you not talking to us in the yard? Like, why are you right there?
Mm-hmm.
So come on over here. So we get over there. We get him, and then some way we end up getting him in the car because we want to take him down to the hospital so he can get help. Because we know something's wrong.
Yeah.
So we end up getting him in the car. We get him in the car, and we're trying to go get him help. And so we're talking to him. He keeps looking around all crazy and looking. His eyes is all bucking. I could have swore his eyes was black. Like, he didn't look like himself. He wasn't even there. He was someone else. And we was like, you want some food? You want a cigarette? He wanted a cigarette. He smoked them cigarettes. When I tell you, my mama just had bought that pack of cigarettes. He damn near smoked the whole pack of cigarettes. She bought him food. He didn't even eat the food. We ended up taking him to the hospital. We went in there. We had to damn near beg him to get into the hospital. We like had to prep talk him to get into the hospital. We finally get him in the hospital. And when we get him in there, he's like looking at us like we like just let him go like a sad puppy we just let off in the street. And then so next thing you know, that he's fighting the people, and we like quit resisting, and he's give something to my brother, and we like, what is this? And we looked, and it was like a little piece. And I'm guessing that it was drugs because previously, my brother's in the streets. He did his own thing or whatever before he even went, you know, start going a little crazy. He was doughboy on top, street dude. Like, he's looking out for me. This is my brother who I call, who's gonna always look out for me, giving me the latest Jordans, giving me money, looking out if I need anything, my kids, everything. He's him. Like, he's in the streets, he's making money. And for him to give him a piece, like, it's a personal piece. So we looking like, is he on drugs? Is he taking these things? Is this what he doing? And so we like confused because we don't know. Like we said previously, we kind of think that he tested his own shit, but we didn't know. But then when he gave him that, I was like, that's a personal. And I told my mom, I
I
said,
remember
Mom,
one time though, y'all. I know y'all. I'm gonna let the video play, but I know one incident. One of our little friend, our little homeboys, did some vape stuff, smoked a vape and something like that, and uh, I think what had happened. He hit a vape or something, but I think it was some weed in it or something was in it. But he's not used to this, bro. He don't do like these other like his other homies. They do this. But when he had hit the vape, I guess they had some weed or something in it. And bro, he just went crazy. They get him off me, get him off me, get him off me. They on me, they on me, they on me. They were like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? They were like, bro, out. Then his homies was like, bro, we told him, bro, don't hit this, bro. You do not take this like you don't, like you're not used to this, bro. You don't take this, and you don't smoke this. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it. But he wanted it. They gave it to him, and I'm pretty sure. I think that he was. I don't know if you could say lace, but he wasn't really. I mean, he just went crazy. Get off of me! Get off of me! We were like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you done lost your mind. But he wasn't really, he wasn't really used to it. So I say out to say, man, the nigga probably been lazy, bro. He probably was lazy doing, and for the sake of the kids, just stay away from drugs, bro. Don't do drugs. Just I don't rec weed. That's one thing, but all that other shit, I don't do neither, bro. I don't do no drugs.
Mama, that's a
But I
personal.
think
That's
her brother was laced, bro, or possessed.
what
Something
he
wrong with him.
was using personally. That was for his use. And she was like, you think so? Yes, Mama, it is. It got to. Even my other brother, he was like, yeah, Mama, I think so too. So she was like, I'm going to ask him when I talk to him, are you on drugs, and was these the drugs for you? And I'm going to ask him. And it's about to cut off on me. Come back for part 2 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom. Okay? Thank you. This is part 2 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom. So he had the little piece, which we knew that was like a personal piece. The personal piece was, a usage of him, because, my brother was like a doughboy. This
Oh
is part 3 of how
no, my bad, y'all.
this is part 2 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom.
Damn, my bad, y'all.
So he had the little piece, which we knew that was like a personal piece. The personal piece was, a usage of him, because, my brother was like a doughboy. Like he was out in the streets, like whatever I needed, if I needed anything, like Jordans, clothes, shoes, anything for my kids, I can look to him to help me. That was that brother. And then for him to just flip script like that was mind blowing. And we knew what you was
Wait a
used
minute.
to, working with out here in the street. So we know what is and what ain't. And I told my mama, I thought that he was using his own products, in which I believe that he was, because he had that little piece. And I told my
Hold
mama
on,
that
this was
was a
in part
personal
one.
thing. Even my other brother, he said the same thing. So she was like, she was going to ask him when he got out or whatever. So that was that. She ended up asking him when he got out, because they ended up releasing him. Which they said he was coming off of a drug like the other times. So, we ended up going to pick him up. He went back up to my mama's house. She ended up asking him, and when she asked him, he said that he went on drugs or whatever, which we know that was a lie. Come on now. So then we end up getting another incident happened. So my mama called me. This one's the big one. So this one right here, she called me. She's crying, historical, on the phone. Now she get over here. Come over here. Your brother, and he just set himself on fire. And I'm like, what?
Huh?
So I get over there. Not to me. My mama lived on a main street. Remember that? And it was so much traffic on that street. So I get on her street. I can't even get on to where she live at because it's blocked. Like, the traffic's bad. So I have to park my car and then walk down. So I walk down. It's police, ambulance, fire truck, everything over there.
What this
I'm like,
nigga
what
done
the fuck?
done?
So it's people getting out their cars looking. They wondering what's going on.
My
I
bad,
walk
y'all.
up over there. My brother's in the yard. And he got a cover over him. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? What's wrong? And next thing I know, he drops the cover. And when he drops the cover, his skin was peeling off. His skin was literally peeling off. Like, peeling. It was pink. And I'm like, what the fuck? So come to find out, he went in the backyard and got some, so he goes in the backyard and gets my mama's lighter fluid, which was in the back, and sprays himself with the lighter fluid and sets himself on fire, which his baby mama said that he had a knife too. So I guess he was planning on killing himself. So he either was going to kill himself with a knife or he was going to set himself on fire and he was going to run in the street and let like a semi hit him. So she said she seen him on flames and she took a cover and she wrapped, she stopped, dropping road with him. So the flame.
I'm gonna let this. I done went back. Why does the hospital keep releasing this nigga? Why are they not trying to check on the boy mental? Y'all ain't give him no medicine.
Go out. And he was on fire from the waist down.
And he survived?
So he didn't have any skin. So the ambulance is trying to get him to, get on the stretcher. When I tell you,
he ain't trying to get
he
on.
walked to the ambulance truck. So we all shocked, like, what the fuck? So he must be in shock. So that's what that was. He was in shock. And he walked to the ambulance truck himself. So then they end up putting him on the stretcher when he walked to the ambulance truck. So they end up taking him to the hospital. So we all scared. We don't know what's going on. They rushed him into the hospital, did his little surgery on him because he's got third-degree burn. Like, they didn't put him in the burn unit. So all our family's up there in the waiting room waiting to see what's going on. We upset. We don't know. My nerves is bad. My mama's nerves bad. Mine, we don't know. So then come to find out he's going to be okay. So they end up letting us go in the room to see him. When I tell you we went in this room to see him, it was just like a black room. Like, his eyes was black. Like I mentioned the first part. It didn't even seem like that was my brother. My brother was gone. That wasn't even him no more. Like, I felt like I lost him. Like, that wasn't him in that room. Like, we just felt like I was in a room with a demon. And I didn't like that bad energy in there, that spirit. So I made sure he was okay. And I had to get out of that room because, like, that wasn't it. So then he stayed in the hospital. They had to keep him in the hospital for a while. So I was going back and forth to the hospital, make sure that he was straight, giving him food, anything he need. My mama, she didn't leave. She was 10 toes down. Like, she stayed with her son. Like, she wasn't letting up. She wasn't leaving. They had the priests come there, the priests that be at the hospital and stuff. They had preachers coming there, people praying for him, everything, trying to make sure.
Bro, it's like the Conjuring, bro. This like a black Conjuring, bro. For real, it's like the Conjuring, bro. They always got to bring a preacher. They need to put some bless all on that boy. Need to put around the house or something. I'm telling you, man, that boy's possessed by a demon or something, or something. Something, man, something, drugs, something.
Straight. So my mama didn't leave. Like, she was there from sun up to sundown. Like, she even got sick. My mama was diabetic and she had thyroid. So she got to the point where she was getting sick because she was there all night. Girl, go home. Mama, go home. He's going to be fine. That's what I had to tell her. Like, he got nurses here. It's okay. but she didn't want to leave her son. So they had to do like a surgery
That
on him.
real
They did
though.
like that surgery that they never did before on him, on anybody. It was like a skin graft surgery, and they put skin on him. And when I tell you, these doctors did they big one on that, because that skin looked like that was his skin that he grew, and it looked good, but you had to take care of it. So he ended up he was in the hospital like for like 3 to 4 weeks. He had to go through therapy again to learn how to use his legs, his private, everything. Like, he burnt all that. Like, he had to learn again. Like, he fucked his bones up, all that.
Damn.
So my mama was taking him to therapy, giving him his medicine, bandages, everything. Like, she was his nurse. Like, she was doing her big one for her child.
Right.
And she didn't let up. And she was like, I don't know, y'all gotta help me because this is hard. And I understand that it was hard, but like, mama, you have to take a break for yourself. That's what I kept
Yeah.
telling her. She had got sick or
Yeah.
whatever, and that was that. So
That's
then
a
she
real
ended
mama
up
though, man. Shout out to her.
telling his baby mama, you got to go. Because she was staying there. Remember I told you that they was in her basement staying for like 4 years. She told her she had to go. So she ended up having to leave because, baby girl, you getting pregnant down here and everything. She ended up getting pregnant. So, girl, it was too much. Like, you got to go. So she ended up telling her she had to go. So it was just my mama and my brother there. So my mom was taking care of him or whatever, and we was thinking that he was getting better because shit was getting better. Like, he was doing good. Like, he was like in the room where he was doing good again. Like, he was mingling with his nieces and nephews again, having, talking, saying his prayers, going to his therapy. He ended up, going to see a therapist or whatever, and they doing the Zoom stuff because this was during COVID too. So they end up doing the Zoom therapy and stuff for him and stuff too. So we thinking everything's fine and everything's good. So then, mama's taking care of him. I'm making sure that everything's straight. And then it's like everything was good. Then it's like I got a phone call from I got a phone call from work, and she was like, I don't know what's going on with your brother, and I don't know what's going on with your brother. He's mad that I made this post on Facebook. All she did was she reshared this post where it was like, if you don't like it, you can hit the road jack. And it was like a Tweety Bird. And it was just like a little quote. And she just reposted it. So I guess he thought that that was towards her. And, which wasn't, she said it wasn't. She just reposted it. And he got mad. And he got mad that she reposted that, and he was walking around with an attitude. So she was like, I can't do this by myself. Y'all gonna help me with him because I can't take this. He's walking around not taking showers again, and he's not eating. So I guess he was going back downhill. And then see, he was getting to the point where when we came over there,
nigga, take you a shower, man. Get in the bathtub, nigga. That nigga don't believe in no showers, man. Take a bath. Listen, y'all cannot make me believe this don't sound like the Atmobile horror. Low key, on the low though. It sound like the Atmobile horror. When bro was in the basement. Y'all remember that nigga killed his whole family. That sound like the Atmobile horror, man. That nigga was in the basement. He said the voices in his head made him do it. So y'all don't know that. Shoo. I watch too much scary movie. I know about it.
like, he stopped coming out the room. He was sitting in the room in the dark because he got to the point where my mama was like, she had told him, like, share your story on Facebook, because my brother never had a Facebook or social media or anything. He never had none of that.
Right.
So mom was like, well, maybe your story will help somebody else out, because we thought he was getting better. So she was like, go on Facebook and, like, tell your story. So, like, he would go on Facebook Live, and he was just, like, be in a dark talking. And he would be in that dark just talking, saying all kind of stuff on these lives, like, that didn't even make sense. And then, like, we wasn't really paying attention to him like that, but we was. But I feel like if we was paying more attention, come back for part 3 of how my brother went crazy and killed my mom, part 3. So this is part 3 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom. So he was in that room and he was just in that room and the door going live. And I just felt like it was just bad vibes after a while. He went downhill. He wasn't on his spiritual journey no more. He was just like on some demonic shit after a while. Like you can feel the bad vibes, especially when you're a spiritual person. You can feel that bad energy. And it was all in that room, like right there. It got to the point where the kids didn't go in that room no more. I didn't go in that room and check on him no more because I just felt the bad vibes. I felt it. Especially, I'm spiritual and I felt it. So he stayed in that room in the dark. He wasn't even taking baths no more. He was barely
Boy,
eating,
still ain't taking them
all that.
baths,
So
man.
then it was like he was
Whoa,
making
he
them
don't take them baths. He do when them 1 2 days go by that he ain't taking his bath. You know it's something going on with him.
videos. And he was like, how can a mother do this to their child or whatever? And then it's like my mama was so upset. She was so scared, really, of him. She was sleeping with her doors locked, a knife underneath her pillow. And I got to the point, I'm like, Mama, why are you in this house with him with your doors locked and a knife underneath your pillow? She was like, I don't care. That's my son. I'm not turning my back on my son. Okay. I was like, I understand it, Mama, but it's your safety that you got to worry about. Because if you in your own house, sleeping with your door locked, your bedroom door locked, and a knife underneath your pillow, you're scared of him. You're scared that he's going to do something to you. You need to put him in a home, like a mental home,
A
like
mental
something that
home,
can help
yeah.
him because you can't help him only so much. She didn't want to do it. That was her firstborn. She didn't want to turn her back on him. That was that. You can only say so much to your mama for them to listen to her. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Boy, them
go
firstborn, they let them do everything. Boy, that firstborn can't do nothing wrong. It's damn near like the baby boy. Yeah, nigga, I'm the baby out the family, so nigga, yeah. But man, that firstborn, shit, it be like that. Be like that, man. Oh, but shout out to his mama, homie. For his mama to be scared like that and still have love for her son, man, that's unconditional. That's unconditional, my nigga. That's unconditional, bro.
to him doing them lives and he's saying, how can a mother do this to their child? He was so resentful to my mama with his childhood. He blamed everything that happened bad to him in his adult life on my mama. He used to be so nasty to my mama. When they got into it, calling her bitches, whores, sluts. She's the reason why he ain't got his daddy in his life. Um,
Hmm.
uh, uh, like he was so resentful of him not having his daddy in his life and put it on my mama. He used to like pick a difference of his relationships with his siblings. Like he wasn't like resentful towards me, like because I was a little sister. But like my other brother, like he would be resentful toward him, like because me and my other brother, we had shared the same daddy, but he didn't have the same daddy as us. Like he had different daddies than us, and like he would like treat outsiders more better than he did his own brother. Like even his cousins, he would treat them like brothers than he did his own brother. Which I'm not saying they didn't have a good relationship, but I felt like you wasn't more brotherly to your brother because you didn't have the same daddy as him. And y'all, my daddy was in our life. He tried to be in his life, but he was so resentful towards him. He couldn't. You can only do so much when a person don't want you around, and you ain't gonna force it. So that's what my daddy did. But, you can't get mad at us because your daddy wasn't around, but that's just how he was. So let's go back to the day that, my mama had found that post. Post that post. So the next day, I had a phone call from my mama and I missed it. So I called her back and she didn't answer. So I was running late. So I was getting the kids ready because they was gonna go over her house because it's COVID. So school and daycare was closed and my mom was out of work because of COVID. So I'm getting them ready. I'm running late. Usually she'll call me and be like, "Oh, nice, y'all still coming? What y'all running behind?" But she didn't call me. So which was weird because she always called me. So I got them ready. I'm pulling up over her house. Uh, I'm getting them to hop out the car because I'm about to pull off. I'm about to ski out of there because I'm late for work. Usually that's what I do when I'm running late. I have them hop out the car. I know she gonna open the door, so I'm about to ready to pull off the driveway. So when I'm about to pull off, she's not answering the door. So I'm like, "Are y'all knocking?" They was like, "Yeah, we knocking." So I had to get out the car. I started knocking on the door and calling her. She ain't answering. So I knocking on her window because her window's right next to the door. So she's not answering. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I tell the kids to get back in the car. So the kids get back in the car. So I didn't have to call in because I ain't got nobody to watch the kids. So we pull up back at the house. So I keep calling her. She's not answering. So I call my brother. I'm like, you talk to mama? He was like, no, I ain't talked to her. I talked to her yesterday. She couldn't find her keys. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I said, yeah, she called me too. I missed the phone call. So I was like,
God damn.
he was like, you think she went over her boyfriend? So I was like, no, because her car's outside. Because her car was outside. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't think so because he ain't got no car. So how you going to come get her? So, I was like, okay, that's cool, because my brother was at work, so I got off phone with him. I'm still trying to, see where she is. So I ended up tracking her phone, because I got all her passwords and everything for her phone, because I set her phone up. So I track it. The phone says she's at home. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Her car's at home, and she's at home. So then, I was like, man, where the fuck is my mama at? So I starting to get worried. So I called 911. I'm like, okay, I don't know where my mama is. I said, she's not answering the phone. I said, the phone says her phone's tracking to her house and her car's at home. And then I said, I know her and my brother got into it last night. Not too bad, but he got a mental problem and he had an attitude with her over a post. And then I was like, y'all can either meet me over there, y'all don't, but I'm just informing y'all because I'm about to pull up over there and go in the house. So they was like, we'll have a dispatch go over there, police go over there. So then my daddy ended up calling me because I guess my brother called him. He was like, you about to go over your mama's house? I was like, yep. He was like, I'll meet you over there. I'm about to pull up over there because my daddy lived down the street from my mama. So I pull up over my mama's house, me and the kids, they in the back seat. I told them to sit in the car, I get out. I'm trying to open up the windows because I don't got my key because the week before she asked to use my key because she got locked out of the house. So I'm trying to open up the windows. I couldn't open up the windows. My daddy ended up pull up. He's trying to get in, couldn't get in. So we go around the back because she got a sunroom. We going in. I said, Daddy, the door's probably locked. My daddy go to the door, door's wide open. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So we go in. There go to the kitchen. So when you go in, there go to the kitchen. So I'm like, Mama. Daddy's like, Tracy. So we go in, going through. I go to the living room. In the living room, I go a chairs with stuff stacked on top of it and the couch pushed up to the door. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. So I'm like, okay, I paused and looked at that, but my daddy's going towards my brother's room. He skipped my mama's room because their rooms is right by each other like this. So he goes in my brother's room, and then I go in my mama's room. And I'm like, Mama. And her bed's made up. I'm like, Mama. And there's 2 specks of blood on the, oh Lord, bear with me, y'all. There's 2 specks of blood on the it's 2 specks of blood
Take your time,
on the cover, and I pulls it back, and when I pull it back, my mama's covered in blood. Blood's everywhere, all over the curtains, all over the walls, all over the place.
Damn.
And I faint. I passed out. My daddy grabbed me, pulling me out the room. Some way I breaks out of my daddy's hands. And I'm telling y'all just how it happened. I breaks out of my daddy's hand. I runs out the house. I takes my jacket off and run down the street. Because remember, my mama lived on the main street. I run down the street and I'm screaming. I am terrified. I just lost my mama. I know she's dead. So much blood in her. She's not moving or nothing. And I fainted. I just knew it. The way she was, it didn't even look like her. Tune back in for part. Okay, this is part 4 of how my brother went crazy and killed our mom. So after I found her, I ran down the street and I lost it. And I had my dad had came out trying to help me, and the kids are still in the car too. And so they don't know what's going on. I'm just lost for words because I just found my mama dead and filled up with blood. So the police and the ambulance is there. They end up going inside and trying to see what they can do when they went in there. And they come back out and I'm like, she's dead. And they was like, well, we can't say if she is or not. And I was like, I already know she's dead because, you didn't come out with her on the stretcher. So it's common sense. If you didn't come out with her on a stretcher, then she's dead. And I was just lost for words. And it was pouring down raining. When I say pouring, pouring. And when I ended up calling my brother, my family, everybody, aunties, I didn't call him, but my daddy did, and everybody got the word. I called my brother and told him I broke down I didn't even know how to tell my brother. Like, it was horrible. And everybody ended up coming, showing up, and, like I said, my mama lived on that main street, so traffic was just at a standstill because everybody was just so shocked because my mama was very known. Like, my mama was a traffic guard in the city. She worked for the police department, so she was a traffic guard. And she also, like, was traffic guard for, like, schools and stuff, so she knew so many people in the city, not to mention that she was just known in the city. She was very, very known. So like people slowing down, they stopping. Like, it was so many people at her house.
Damn.
And even the reverend came, like, for our church. He ended up coming. I don't even know how he got the word. Like, the
Where's
word
the brother?
traveled
Where this nigga at?
quick. And police came and they was like, do you know who did it? And this homicide ended up coming. And I was like, yeah, it was my brother. And he was like, how do you know it was your brother? And I'm like, because her car is gone now. Remember I said her car was there, and then her car was gone when I end up coming back. So I don't know if he was still in the house or not. Like, her car was gone when I ended up coming back. So I'm like, I know it was him. Like, it had to be him. Like, her car's gone. Like, it was here first, now it's gone. And then he's the only one to live here with her. Like, it has to be him. So they like, okay, so we're gonna put an alert out for her car.
Mm-hmm.
And they was asking me the model and the make and the description of the car and what my brother looked like and everything. And I had told them, so they put an alert out for him. And then, all the police officers, they knew my mama. Because, like I said, my mama worked for the police department. So it was like one of theirs. Like, they just died. So all the police officers and homicide, everybody that came, they was giving their condolences because they knew my mama.
Mm-hmm.
So they was hurt too. So they went in there and they was like, yeah, your mom, they family announced that she was dead or whatever. And I was like, well, I had already known. And, I was devastated. Like, lost for words. And it's pouring down. And it was like, you all can leave if you want. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. I'll wait until I see y'all. I wanted to see my mama leave the house. I did. I wanted to stay. And I stayed. My whole family stayed. We stayed in the rain and we waited. They had to wait, for the people. I forgot the name of the people that come to check the body and stuff. And they had to wait for them to come. And not hospice, you know what I mean. But they end up having to come, and then they check her, and so they can name what was the cause of death and stuff. And then they was saying she had her last vows and stuff. They had to wait for all that and stuff.
Yeah, was she stabbed
And
or anything?
they end up was telling they end up, it took a long time. They had to do, like, search the house and all the other stuff. It took hours and hours, and we did it outside. And they end up while we was waiting, they end up telling us they end up finding my brother downtown. They found him.
Yeah, where he at?
Cause my mama had. This was right before Christmas, so my mama already had all her Christmas stuff. She even had her Christmas tree up. She already had all her presents underneath the Christmas tree for everybody. And she had gifts in her trunk too for her grandkids.
The story gets
So
sad and sad.
somebody had said they seen him at the store and he was trying to sell some of the kids' gifts in the trunk because my mama had I know she had
That's
got
a
my
low
one of my
down, dirty
sons
motherfucker.
scooter for Christmas, and he was trying to sell the scooter for gas money because he didn't have any gas money. And he took and went to another store, and I guess he ended up selling it, and he ended up getting about to get some. I guess he ended up getting some gas. So then they ended up catching him at the Taco Bell down the street, and they called him, and one of the workers had said they thought that it was a woman in the car because they thought that the person had a wig on. They could have swore that the person in the car had a wig on, but when he got out the car, he didn't have the wig on. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what was he trying to act like my mama in the car? Like, didn't even make sense. So they end up getting him and locking him up, and he's saying that he didn't do it. So like, okay, that was that, and then so we still waiting at the house and waiting for him to bring her out. They end up bringing her out on a stretcher, and I just lost it. When I say I lost it, it was just devastating because, like,
Damn.
this is my world.
Mm-hmm.
My mama's like my best friend. Like, when I say my best friend, I talk to this woman every day. Like, there was no day I wouldn't talk to my mama. Like, we talk about everything. Like, when I grew up, like I used to didn't, I was a teenager, I didn't like bump like my mama. I used to bump heads with my mama. When I got grown, we was like this. We even went out together. We went to the clubs together. We went to bingo together. We went everywhere. Like,
That's how
this
I
is
normally be though. As you get older, bro, it's like you start to build a good relationship with your mom. You know, when you're teenager, mom just being a mom. You know, you trying to go out have fun. You know, we all been there before. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear that, mom. Man, we trying to do what we want to do. But as you get older, you start to build a good relationship with mother and sometimes even your father. Yeah, and then when you start to move out mama house, you start to really build a good relationship, homie. Uh, Man, shout out to this woman, man. This is a sad story, man. R.I.P. to her mama. Uh, yeah, man. That dude, her brother, whoever that nigga is, he dead at wrong. He needed some help, man. They need to check on that man. They kept letting him out, keep letting him out the hospital. They wasn't trying to give him no help. Uh, I mean, no, I ain't gonna say. I'm talking about as far as like the hospital, but the family was trying know that he needed help and was trying to get him in institution. But his mama, shout out to the mom, man. That love, man. Damn, bro, how can you do that, dog? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, all the love she had for him, and still was trying to help him, knowing that that he'll possibly do something like that. You know what I'm saying? For her to still be there for that nigga, that's some real shit, bro. Shout out to the moms, man. That's why I be saying like that mama love is unconditional, bro. It's unconditional. Women love you in conditions, but a mama loves, nigga, she gonna love you broke. But at your worst time, it don't matter. Mama gonna love you unconditional. Ain't T grandmama dumb right there? That's different. Shout out to her though, man. RP to her mom, man. Y'all let me know if y'all want some more videos like this on TikTok, man. Until next time though, y'all, we out.